Welcome back, viewers. You are still tuned into Prime Live, and tonight we have the pleasure of meeting Mohamed Ameen Rasool, who is actually the owner of an incredible company called Sweetropolis, which is a confectionery wonderland in the Ormonde shopping center. This year, Mohamed turned his craving for sugary delights into a career, offering both retail and wholesale services for a variety of sweet treats. Mohamed will share with us his journey and his passion for confectionery and all things sweet. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining us on Prime Live.
Wa alaikum assalam. Jazakallah.
I see we have quite the spread you've shared with us this evening. But before we delve into some of the amazing products you've brought to share with us this evening, I want to talk to you about what inspired you to delve into the space of entrepreneurship. We know that it isn't an easy thing, and it's rocky in the beginning and it has its ups and downs. But what was your inspiration to decide to turn your passion into a reality?
So for me, it was to be more involved in my community. Coming from a corporate background, you don't really have that. It's work home. So, having your business in the community where you're residing, it makes a big difference. You meet a lot of new people. I mean, people you've probably lived next door, a few doors away, for like the last 5 years, and you actually meet them now, and it was actually quite eye-opening of how much you're actually missing in your community, and just to give back.
Absolutely. I think you, being in business, you remember all the familiar faces, all of the regular customers that are coming in, and you're more involved and you're more part of things, as opposed to, with corporate, that work-life balance, striking that balance is really, really difficult. And the only two places, like you said, you see your home and you see your office, and occasionally, if you're lucky, you see the gym, and you might see some people there as well. But I think it's such an amazing thing to see a passion project turn into a successful business. And I think that's what we love to see is, this kind of journey that you've been on is inspiring to other people, that you don't have to stay stuck in corporate forever. If there is something you're passionate about and you want to move forward with, you absolutely can do it. You just need the perseverance to be able to do that. Can you talk us through some of the challenges you might have had along the way, starting your own business, and how you were able to overcome?
Look, I think the biggest challenge is when you start, you're like a one-man show, and there's a lot of aspects of the business that you deal with yourself. Where coming from corporate, you like stuck in a certain aspect of a business, and you don't really see everything. So when you go on your own, there's a lot that you actually how do I say, you becomes very open to you, where it's sales, marketing. You're no longer just stuck in accounts. It's customer service. So there are quite a few challenges, and for me, like, the biggest thing is to go in with a clean slate, not think you know everything, because you have this wealth of experience in other fields, but also go in just knowing that there's a lot to learn.
Absolutely. I think being an entrepreneur, I think a lot of people, it's trendy and people love the idea of the sound of it, but it's actually quite challenging. Because especially when you're starting out, like you said, you're wearing many hats. You're not just managing the business, you're also the customer care, you're the marketing team, you're an entire company in one person, especially when you're starting out, before you're able to branch out and then help get people to come in and help you along the way. But thank you for being honest and sharing the journey. I think it's so important for entrepreneurs to come on here and talk about the real reality of what it's like to run a business. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. It's usually something that is quite challenging and difficult, and sometimes you just have to take it day at a time. But when it comes to the kind of products that you stock, tell us everything. I know that in the introduction we mentioned that you do retail as well as wholesale, but take us through some of the types of products you might find.
So at our store, we keep like a lot of your local items. We believe strongly in, local is lekker, proudly South African. And we also like to support a lot of the home industries, to give everyone a chance. I mean, your bigger brands, we have everything. Like, we keep your international brands like the Takis, your Vimto, your Shani's, but also to give everyone a, like, a face space in the store.
No, I think that's amazing to see. I think we like to see businesses that are, yes, bringing in the international stuff because it's exciting to try sweet treats and, chips and things like that from other parts of the world that you don't get to experience at home. But it is also a nice opportunity. And I really like that you embrace the opportunity to share your platform with other local businesses and smaller businesses as well. I think that's really incredible. But I see you've brought us quite a wide spread here. Can you take us through some of the items you've decided to share with us?
Definitely. So, like I mentioned, we've got your local brand chocolate dipped. They are a company in Durban. Also, I say home industry making big waves where they are. So we decided we want to bring it here to Johannesburg. We've also got another home industry. China fruit mix gums, like they say on the packaging, it's very highly addictive. They're not lying. And then we've got your Takis. That's a crowd pleaser every day, the whole day. And then a bit of nostalgia. We've got the Stambo Classic Bubble Gum.
That's everyone's childhood.
Everyone's childhood walking back from school or whatever it is. You stop by the shop, you got your Wix chappies. It's the exact same. It's awesome. And then what sort of entrepreneur would I be if I don't bring my own brand?
Absolutely.
So we've got our own house brand, the Licorice Gums or Licorice Bears. We just saw quite a big demand of, you don't get the licorice strips anymore. Like no one makes it.
I look for them all the time and
we couldn't get anyone to make that for us, so we did the Licorice Bears. And then like your long chips. I mean, awesome product for a fraction of the price, and yeah.
I love that you've also brought in your own brand, but I love to see that you're showcasing home industry businesses within your large business as well. It's amazing to see the platform that you've created for smaller home industry businesses. We know that, the people who are putting their hard work into these kind of products, are able to bring so much of joy to families. And I love that instead of buying, the traditional, for example, the chocolate covered pretzels that you could get on a market shelf, you rather support a home industry business, which Definitely. I like a lot about that. And then you're also showcasing your own brand as well. Are you looking to venture into other things other than licorice, or are you not allowed to tell us as yet?
Well, look, it's our start, and as we go, we're looking a lot at what's the demand before we invest in different products. Anyone who's been to the store will tell you. I think my end of phrase is, if there's anything you're looking for, please let us know. We'll get it within the week. So, to get that customer feedback is a big plus for us in terms of keeping the right product for our market. So as we go, we'll have a look at a bigger range.
Absolutely. I mean, I've personally tried the long chips before, and I can guarantee they're paper thin and they're absolutely delicious. Yeah, awesome. And I love that you're catering to a very wide variety of products, because I'm seeing international products there, but I'm also seeing childhood favorites like Stambo, and you actually are also supporting really much needed, you're giving much needed support to smaller home industry businesses, which I really like. I think we need a lot more entrepreneurs with that kind of mindset to provide that kind of platform. But I know this is probably the worst thing to possibly ask you. What is your favorite go-to snack?
Sure. It's a bit difficult for me. I try everything in the store. But my go-to is a Creras drink. I did bring some here. It's the Creras drink. It's the long chips, the black one, and the gums, the licorice gums. I'm a personal fan of licorice, so I try and not keep like an open one near me. Like, you do samples and stuff like that. It must be on the other side of the counter. Yeah, no. So quite a few.
No, I can't imagine having your job with the sweet tooth that I have. I would have probably, eaten through half the products that are available in the store. But it's really amazing to see, how your journey has grown and transpired. But where do you see the business in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, we're trying to be more established as a hybrid wholesale and retail store. And we're looking to see where we can grow the business, where if we can take more Sweetropolis stores into the country. Then I say more local. When I say local, more regional. So it would be like more in Gauteng. In 5 years, maybe have one or two, one in Cape Town, one in Durban. Yeah.
No, inshallah, we wish you all the best with that. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
No, inshallah. I mean, we look forward to seeing, the growth of the business, and we look forward to seeing how it will grow and flourish throughout South Africa one day, inshallah. But I think what I also want to ask you this evening is, if there are any home industry businesses who are doing things like snacks and things like this, how do they get in touch with you to possibly stock their product in your store?
So we are on Google. You just put in Sweetropolis. We come up on the first page. And we're based in Ormonde, so they're more than welcome to bring their products through, and there's always space for home industry on our shelves.
Absolutely. Now, for our viewers at home, where do they find you? Please share your address, and are you available online, or is it just strictly in store? And then I know you mentioned earlier that you do offer retail and wholesale options, so if you can please just elaborate on both, so that our viewers at home who are possibly looking to wholesale as well can also have the details.
Okay, so when we say we situated in the Ormonde shopping center in the Ormonde area, it's number 18 Crownwood Road. And when regarding wholesale and retail, so we have a lot of tuck shops in the area, a lot of businesses within our vicinity that we supply with drinks or snacks for their businesses. And then, so if anyone is looking to buy wholesale, they just approach us and we'll get them on the wholesale list, and we'll
Absolutely.
so take it from there.
Now, Mohamed Ameen, thank you so much for joining us this evening and for sharing your entrepreneurial journey. I love to see a passion project that's turned into a successful business. I'm sure, I can imagine you were that kid growing up who loved to try different sweet treats and snacks, and to see, the way you've turned your business into something that is a platform for community and to showcase local products, to highlight home industry businesses, is really amazing. So you're perfectly striking that balance between providing local lovely snacks that we love, but also providing, our much needed support for our smaller businesses and home industry businesses, and giving them that platform as well. Are there any contact details or contact numbers that people can contact you on?
So our direct line, it's 078 459 2012. And they can just give us a call and we'll gladly assist.
Mohamed Ameen, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
So much
I'm sure the crew is going to absolutely enjoy these treats. Thank you for joining us this evening, for sharing your entrepreneurial journey with us, and we wish you all the success in the future.
Jazakallah so much. Jazakallah for having me.
Viewers at home, that was Mohamed Ameen sharing his passion for sweets, but not just a passion project that absolutely turned into a thriving business. Please do reach out to them on the contact number provided if you are in the market for retail or wholesale. As we mentioned before, there are some really delicious snacks that are both local and international snacks, and if you are in the home industry business and you would like to get in touch with them to stock your products, please do also reach out to them as well.